That are stalking in the path. That's the significance of what's happening on the roads and the highways, and what is simultaneously happening in the sky space, where the state of California is engaging criminal surveillance in concert with who are the people of the state. This is an entity, not individuals, and they're engaging what this is. This is called light activity. And this is impossible to occur right now. And the evidence of what is impossible is exhibited through what is a specific environment. And a specific environment is one that is distinct from the natural environment, as I have documented that for the world to understand. The specific environment is one that is literally specific. It is idiosyncratic. It is detailed to where it is that I'm located, and regardless of what time, regardless of the duration of time that I'm there. And this is evident through what is the fake sun. This video is starting at 7:30 a.m. That's deliberately maintained audible activity by the city of Ontario that is stalking in the path. That's, again, Paul Leon is being prosecuted. This is prosecuted as funding terrorism, providing the resources to terrorism, while the city of Ontario is stalking in the sky space and smaller government planes, and doing so with the city of Ontario, such as Southwest Airlines, over this parking lot, which was just 5 minutes ago. So the entity is engaging. As you'll pay attention, while I'm at the entrance, Southwest is flying here. While I'm at the entrance, the city of Ontario is flying here. While I progress what is closer to the intersection in the direction which is south, so does the plane activity. They're remaining on the south side of my person. But what you're paying attention to is, at the same time, Amazon Prime, like Southwest Airlines, like every other airlines, is engaging in the criminal pattern of conduct under the fake sun. This, which is over me at Stater Brothers, which is moving in real time, okay, which is also at the same time over me 24 hours ago at 8828 Sierra Avenue, the Fontana Stater Brothers Markets, where they are also engaged in the pattern of conduct of poisoning. Impossible Light moves across the venue while license 56182 Victor 3 under the fake sun is engaging in what is that pattern of conduct on behalf of the government. And they do so, I want to be clear, any immigrants that are in this country engaging in this pattern of conduct are being deported. Them, their wives, their parents, their children, they're all being deported, and there is no basis to remain. These are terrorists that are being removed from the country. The entities engaging in this while they are indeed monitoring on devices. This African-American male, whose license plate I documented over here, is pacing in and out of the entrance of the venue, which is 646 West Holt Boulevard in Ontario, California, where the evidence shows the fake sun remains here until the end of the day, which is also how you know that this is a specific environment, specific to and conducive for criminal surveillance, like Southwest Airlines is doing on video 5 minutes ago, like this entity is doing with the Ontario Police Department by helicopter, like the people of the state are doing license 5 EZM554 serial stalker that's engaging in that pattern of conduct, and doing so under the 7:30 a.m. fake sun. This is impossible to be the natural environment where I am 24 hours ago in Fontana at another Stater Brothers that's sharing in the state's pattern of conduct with third parties that are maintaining aerial surveillance through commercial airline companies such as Amazon Prime, and doing so with the city of Ontario, which is what you saw yesterday. This is criminal activity right in front of your face. And the employees of the Stater Brothers are going to prison. All right, they're systematically engaging in surveillance, sexual assault, and battery, doing so in the supernatural environment. That's Impossible Light. That's all around the column here of the building, while the demons who are employed at the venue are pacing out, walking to their vehicles with regard to monitoring. They're doing so under the fake sun. This is not in Fontana, okay? And this is that entity that's obsessively, these are the demon-possessed that are obsessively engaged in that criminal activity. This is the entity that's engaging in this, and this is what is relevant regarding Southwest Airlines engaging in the same exact pattern of conduct, which is impossible in the natural environment, which is what ties together the pattern of conduct. As I'm showing you a federal RICO case against Stater Brothers Markets, sharing in the pattern of conduct, Mr. Fugate at the Fontana Stater Brothers, and David Quinones of the Ontario Stater Brothers, sharing the pattern of conduct of poisoning on behalf of this government that's gang stalking by them with the people, okay? This is P.O.C. I'm gonna go ahead and capture the entity that's engaged in this pattern of conduct. These are the people of the state. While this fake sun is moving all about me in the parking lot, they're being federally prosecuted. The fake sun is remaining over me in Fontana, California at the same time yesterday, and it's impossible for that to happen at the same time. This is not the natural environment. Remember, the entity's keeping the fake sun, as I document very thoroughly, to leave no areas for question. The fake sun is remaining over me while I'm en route to any other city. This is Mr. David Quinones himself, who's gang stalking me in the parking lot under the fake sun in Ontario, where it's over me in Fontana, California at the same time, which is impossible. The entity's maintaining this environment while I'm en route to any other city, like what Omnitrans is engaging in, gang stalking on the roads and the highways. The entity is maintaining this fake sun while they are engaging in the pattern of conduct and they're doing so through employees like 8DCH228. She's a gang stalker. All right, this is the gang stalker, the African-American male monitoring in this video, 6YDN858, walking out of the entrance doors, going to their vehicles, gang stalking with the government that's flying over in planes, and doing so, as I documented 5 minutes ago, with Southwest Airlines that's flying over this venue, deviating from the operations of the airport in doing so, and sharing in the pattern of conduct that is underway by the city of Fontana. So I want you to see, this is what Southwest Airlines, it's a 5-minute negligible difference. And also right now, I start this video at 7:30, so you to see the commercial airline companies. From the airport headed to a destination like what American Airlines is doing at 7:30. This is the fake sun, and the entity is targeting. This is the fake sun. 7:23, the video ends at 7:25 a.m. The entity has the fake sun over me at 7:25 a.m. yesterday. This is what I'm documenting. Alrighty, it is currently 7:30 a.m. Exhibit A. This is Fontana, California yesterday. This is what the entity's doing. Amazon Prime's flying over the top of my head, and this is Amazon Prime as well. It's got the logo on the belly of the plane. This is Amazon Prime that is gang stalking at the Fontana Lewis Library. They're also targeting in the city of Ontario. There's absolutely no airport in the city of Fontana. Moreover, there's no airport in Ontario where the entity is engaging what is clear targeting, flying and getting in alignment with my person like they are at the Ontario Town Square under the fake sun that's remaining, not in Fontana, but in Ontario, while they're monitoring this evidence that you are looking at here. Alrighty, it is currently 7:30 a.m. Exhibit A. This is what the entity's doing. Amazon Prime's flying over the top of my head, and this is Amazon Prime as well. It's got the logo on the belly of the plane. This is Amazon Prime that is gang stalking me, targeting me under the fake sun at the Fontana Lewis Library. They're also targeting in the city of Ontario. Gang stalking on the roads and the highways like I documented Amazon Prime doing at the intersection of Valencia and Sierra Avenue. Doing so with the I surmise, this is the store manager, his name is This is engaged in the same criminal activity as David Quinones at the Stater Brothers at 646 West Holt Boulevard, where Amazon Prime is gang stalking me there, and they are competing with the presence of a fake sun while they are under public investigation. This is what I'm referring to. Surveillance and furtherance of murder with the U.S. government. This is what I'm referring to. So I keep pressing pause on the wrong thing. My apologies. The entire video without any pause are published on the website. This is a screen recording showing you in real time what's happening, showing you what's happening 24 hours ago, where the entity is stalking in the path. They're flying from miles away from where the Ontario International Airport is. They are targeting, hovering in elevation to fly in alignment to my person. They're clearly targeting under the fake sun that's at the same time over me in Fontana, where Amazon Prime, speaking to the commercial airline companies that are terrorists, engaging in what is murder of American citizens, is what UPS did in Kentucky. All right, this is what gang stalking police departments do with helicopters, which is what happened to Mr. Kobe Bryant. All right, while the entity is gang stalking and maintaining surveillance and doing so using planes and helicopters, and then mischaracterizing, deceiving you regarding what is actually happening. They're sacrificing people just like they are while they're gang stalking people. This is the entity that has sacrificed itself, however, and I'm going to prosecute them as the entity is engaging in this. The entity is engaging in gang stalking. They're serving in what is framing me for murder while gang stalking 9 Apple 0 Robert 471, and they're going to be federally prosecuted for this. They're doing so with the government that's stalking with planes and helicopters under a fake sun, which David Fugate has no legal argument in court. It's not based on whether I know you. It's not based on whether you speak to me. It's not based on your facial expression. It's not based on your race. It's not based on your familial relationship to me. It's based on the government's P.O.C., the government that is telling on everybody that is stalking by planes and helicopters under a fake sun that does not leave from what I want to be clear in Ontario, where they are stalking in Fontana at the same time, where the entity is targeting me by commercial airline planes in a city that doesn't even maintain an airport. Not that that is an excuse for the clear targeting that the city of Ontario is engaging in. It's not. And let me remind you about what the city of Ontario is doing at the Stater Brothers that has a fake sun from morning until evening. Let's recall that evidence together. Alrighty, this is the entity that has the fake sun as I documented March 6, 2026. This is relevant to daylight savings time or not. It will never reconcile the duration of time where I am capturing an impossible occurrence. And this impossible occurrence precludes the ability for there to be any sun in Fontana, California. But I have more than that. It's not only in Fontana, it's remaining over me throughout the city of Fontana for the duration of my time in Fontana, where Amazon Prime is gang stalking me by commercial plane, by the way, at Arrow and Sierra in the evening, 6 o'clock. at that intersection, flying over my head. And they are also gang stalking me at the Fontana Lewis Library during the 9 a.m. hour, flying over my head at the side of that library, and flying over my head, like I'm documenting, at 7:30 in the morning in Fontana, California, at the Stater Brothers. The Stater Brothers that is maintaining an environment that is preclusive regarding there ever even being a sun in Fontana, let alone over me, anywhere in the vicinity, anywhere in the sky space where I'd be able to capture it, because of what the demons, the unintelligent demons like David Quinones, are doing in Ontario, gang stalking through the neighborhood market that is heavily documented. Doing so with the government that's flying over your parking lot by planes and helicopters. Doing so with the demon possessed that are walking around, driving in, and stalking in what is impossible light activity. You're going to prison for also poisoning the products that you are stalking me as I purchase them, and they're putting substances in them. This is creating what is digestive issues, which is exactly what I'm experiencing. So I want to make sure that you can see this. And this is, let me go ahead and document. This is stalking with light 9JBR599. The fake suns in Fontana yesterday. This is stalking. All right. This is mentally ill conduct. This is what they're doing this morning in the dark at 303 North Euclid Avenue. Impossible light moving across. And these are the ones that are engaging in this while they're supposedly framing you for murder. They're all being federally prosecuted, the entire population. And everybody in positions of authority. You're not remaining as the mayor, no fire chief, no police chief, no president of airport authority, no airport altogether, no police department altogether, removal of this while they're engaging in this pattern of conduct. But nonetheless, this is the entity that's engaging in this pattern of conduct, and this is the evidence that shows the maintenance of that fake sun. 6:40 a.m., March 6, 2026, 4:40 p.m., I'm at the same entrance, okay? And this is essentially what you're looking at here. All right, the entity is maintaining that fake sun. I'm standing under this entrance where that fake sun is so perfectly aimed at underneath a covered structure, it's impossible. But it's also speaking to what it's targeting. The impossibility is speaking to the evidence of targeting. And it's also clearly targeting when there's no airport in the city and commercial airline planes are flying over me under what is a fake sun that couldn't possibly even be in that city, let alone over me and remaining over me. That's the pattern of conduct. This is the entity I want to document engaging what is poisoning my food in Fontana, California at Stater Brothers. And this is relevant for what is federal. This is an entity that's engaging in this pattern of conduct. I was poisoned yesterday. The entity putting substances in my food, not ceasing to engage in it. They're watching me document. You're looking at the prosecution. This is the unmistakable evidence. You have the Ontario police stalking by helicopter. That extraordinary level of evidence is going to put people like Fugate and Quinones in federal prison. It's the entity that engaged in what is trying to frame me for murder, Mike Lorenz's criminal conduct with the people of the state. They're going to federal prison for these things, okay? This is an unlawful threat posed by an entity that is gang stalking you, and it is an unmistakable, even a supernatural pattern of conduct. And it is shared by both venues in the city of Fontana and the city of Ontario. Literally, this is evidence of the fake sun over both venues at the same time, which is impossible. And it's also impossible that at both venues at the same time in Fontana and in Ontario, the sun does not leave that city. It doesn't leave from being over me. Upon my entrance and exits of those city libraries, for example, as I'm documenting that pattern of conduct. This is the P.O.C. It is currently 7:45 a.m. This is the prosecution of commercial airline companies who will be federally prosecuted. And obviously, as I prosecute at the commercial airline company Amazon Prime, I'm prosecuting that entire company that sells products, that's engaging in what is gang stalking me at my place of residence, at the city libraries, which is the city themselves engaging in that pattern of conduct, gang stalking on the roads and the highways, sharing and criminal summoning because Amazon Prime is maintaining commercial planes, they're maintaining vehicles on the roads and the highways, they're engaging what are the provision of services and the sale of goods while they're engaging in this criminal surveillance system in furtherance of murder, seeking to frame an American citizen for murder. Literally, the evidence of gang stalking is going to prosecute this company for it, and they are specifically targeting me with knowledge, and you are also doing so with that criminal objective in mind, which is why they are targeting in furtherance of that same identical pattern of conduct, i.e. Amazon Prime flying over the top of my head at 7:30 in the morning, and I'm in Ontario, California the next day with regard to what should be the natural environment, and it is not, because this is where the fake sun is. In fact, the evidence shows that this is where the fake sun stays. This is P.O.C. It is currently 7:46 a.m. This is the prosecution of the U.S. government. Mike Lorenz is going to federal prison as well. P.O.C.